Because comets have a fairly low bulk density. It's
Hmm.
mostly ice and these volatile gases that are turned into ice, like CO2 ice and methane ice. But one of the key things is that they're kind of fluffy and they have a low density to them. 3i Atlas has shown some signatures that it's not just that.
Since its discovery in July 2025, 3i Atlas has generated significant interest due to its unusual trajectory and physical characteristics. However, amidst the various theories and observations, one critical detail has been largely overlooked, an anomaly that could change everything we know about this object. While attention has been drawn to its path, speed, and composition, few have noticed the most intriguing feature that sets it apart from anything we've seen before. This overlooked detail is the key to understanding whether 3i Atlas is simply another visitor from space or something far more significant. Before getting into the overlooked detail, let's examine what makes 3i Atlas stand out from the other interstellar objects we've encountered. The first thing that immediately sets it apart is its trajectory. Unlike most interstellar objects that follow erratic, unpredictable paths, 3i Atlas's journey through the solar system appears remarkably precise. Its orbit is aligned with the plane of the planets to an incredibly narrow degree, just 5 degrees. This alignment is highly unusual. Scientists have calculated that the probability of such a specific orientation is a mere 0.2%. The trajectory suggests that 3i Atlas wasn't just drifting through space by chance, it appears to have been directed in our direction. Adding to this intrigue is its near-perfect flybys of Mars and Jupiter, two of the most massive planets in our solar system. These flybys seem too coincidental to be random. The alignment and trajectory raise the question, is 3i Atlas simply a random object, or is its path part of a much larger, more deliberate plan? The behavior of 3i Atlas adds even more to the mystery. While its speed and trajectory are unusual, it's its physical properties that really throw us off balance. Unlike most comets, which are composed primarily of ice, volatile gases, and dust, 3i Atlas has shown characteristics that suggest it's made of something much denser, something more solid. Spectroscopic data has revealed unusually high levels of nickel in its composition, far outstripping the iron content typically found in comets. Nickel, as most of us know, is a material associated with advanced technology, commonly used in industrial alloys. For a comet to contain this much nickel, without the usual balance of metals like iron, suggests that 3i Atlas could be composed of something engineered, not just naturally occurring material. This is not something we've seen before in a comet. Even more bizarre is the dust around 3i Atlas. Typically, the dust released by a comet as it approaches the sun consists of small, fine particles. These particles are usually submicron in size, easily swept away by the solar wind. But the dust surrounding 3i Atlas is different. It's larger, heavier, and appears to have properties that defy the usual behavior of cometary dust. The particles are large enough to survive the intense solar wind, which suggests that they are made of a much denser material than what we would expect from a typical comet. These particles, if they are indeed fragments of the object, point to the possibility that 3i Atlas is much more solid, much more robust than any comet we've encountered. This raises the question, could this object have been designed for some specific purpose? Or is it an artifact of something far beyond our comprehension? While much attention has been focused on the unusual dust and composition of 3i Atlas, one critical aspect has largely gone unnoticed, the object's jet behavior. This feature is one of the most compelling pieces of evidence that suggests 3i Atlas is not just another comet. Comets typically exhibit jets of gas and dust as they approach the sun, a phenomenon caused by the heat and radiation from the sun that causes the volatile materials within the comet to vaporize. As these materials are released, they form a tail of gas and dust that gives the comet its distinctive appearance. This is a well-understood process and is common to all comets that venture close enough to the sun. However, the jets of 3i Atlas defy all conventional expectations. The jets observed from 3i Atlas are unlike anything seen before. Instead of the typical diffuse, shotgun-like spray of gas and dust that you would expect from most comets, 3i Atlas's jets are highly focused, sharply defined, and appear to follow an organized, symmetric pattern. These jets extend far from the object's nucleus, maintaining their structure as they reach farther into space. The highly columnated and symmetric nature of these jets suggests a level of control or organization that is not seen in typical cometary behavior. In contrast, the jets of most comets are erratic, uneven, and dispersed, likely due to the random vaporization of gases at different points on the comet's surface. But 3I Atlas seems to produce a consistent, structured outflow of material that raises serious questions about its underlying mechanics. This highly structured jet behavior is more commonly associated with objects that possess magnetic properties, such as galaxies, supernovae, and even black holes. These large cosmic bodies generate jets through the influence of their magnetic fields, which direct and shape the flow of plasma. This phenomenon, called magnetic jet formation, is well documented in the context of stars and black holes, where the magnetic forces at play can funnel high-energy material into tightly focused beams that shoot out into space. The fact that 3I Atlas exhibits such a similar jet structure raises an intriguing possibility. Could this object be magnetized? Could it have an internal magnetic field that is controlling the jets, much like how magnetic fields govern the behavior of other large cosmic entities? The possibility that 3I Atlas is a magnetized object is startling. If 3I Atlas does indeed have a magnetic core or some other internal mechanism that generates these jets, it would suggest that the object is far more complex than any comet or asteroid we've ever encountered. The idea that something as small as 3I Atlas could harbor the kind of magnetic field necessary to produce such precise and powerful jets would redefine our understanding of what interstellar objects are capable of. This is not the kind of behavior we would expect from a simple ice and dust ball. It hints at a much more sophisticated structure. The idea that 3I Atlas could be an artificial object, or at least influenced by intelligent design, is further supported by its unusual speed. The object is traveling at a velocity that is much higher than expected for most interstellar objects. When it entered the solar system, it was moving at speeds of around 66 kilometers per second, far faster than most comets or asteroids. This is no ordinary interstellar object. The high speed suggests that 3I Atlas may have been ejected from a smaller star system, possibly from a planet that was torn apart by tidal forces. If that were the case, it would explain its unusual composition and density. Objects ejected from planetary systems, especially those with metallic cores, could carry with them the remnants of their original environment, including materials not typically found in comets. And because 3I Atlas is moving so quickly, it would take only minimal forces to propel it toward our solar system. Could it have been directed toward us on purpose, rather than simply drifting through space? Adding to the intrigue are the periodic signals detected from 3I Atlas. Observers have reported a regular, rhythmic fluctuation in the object's brightness, which some have compared to a heartbeat. This type of modulation in brightness is highly unusual for a comet, as comets typically display random, irregular variations in their light intensity, driven by factors such as their changing distance from the sun or the varying amount of sunlight they reflect. These variations tend to be unpredictable and erratic, making 3I Atlas's consistent periodicity all the more puzzling. The fact that these fluctuations are so regular suggests that something far more structured is influencing the object's brightness. Unlike the chaotic nature of typical cometary behavior, the rhythmic changes observed in 3I Atlas hint at an underlying system or mechanism within the object that produces these emissions in a controlled manner. Some researchers have even speculated that this could be the result of an internal mechanism, perhaps a rotating core that periodically shifts the object's orientation toward the sun, or possibly even a system of emitters within the object designed to produce these fluctuations at regular intervals. This periodicity raises fascinating possibilities. Could these fluctuations be an indication of artificial control? The idea that 3I Atlas might be transmitting signals or emitting energy in a structured, consistent pattern opens up the possibility that the object is not entirely natural. It could be a probe or device designed to convey information or interact with its environment. The regularity and precision of the signal could hint at intelligent design, perhaps even a form of communication or observation purposefully directed toward us or toward some other unknown goal. Alternatively, could these fluctuations be the result of some natural phenomenon that we simply do not yet fully understand? There may be unknown physical or geological processes occurring within 3I Atlas. Perhaps the object's unique composition or magnetic properties are causing the regular brightness variations in ways we haven't yet discovered. For example, if 3I Atlas has a magnetic core, it might be interacting with the solar wind in a way that creates these emissions at periodic intervals. While the possibilities remain speculative, The regularity of the brightness fluctuations in 3I Atlas is undeniably intriguing. It suggests that the object is far more complex than a typical comet, and it might even point to an entirely new class of celestial object, or perhaps a sign of something much more extraordinary. Whether it is a natural phenomenon or the result of artificial design, the rhythmic signals from 3I Atlas are one of the most compelling and enigmatic features of this interstellar visitor, and they demand further investigation to understand their true cause. The more we study 3I Atlas, the more we find anomalies that don't fit neatly into the boxes we've built for comets and interstellar objects. From its trajectory to its composition, from its jets to its periodic signals, 3I Atlas challenges our understanding of what an interstellar object can be. While many scientists remain cautious, interpreting these anomalies as the result of natural processes that we don't yet fully understand, others are beginning to entertain the possibility that 3I Atlas could be something far more extraordinary. An object from another star system? A fragment of a destroyed planet? An alien probe sent to observe or even communicate with us? The questions are vast, and the answers remain elusive. But one thing is certain. As 3I Atlas continues its journey through the solar system, we are witnessing a rare opportunity to explore something that could forever alter our understanding of the cosmos. The object's rapid exit from the solar system, now speeding away at an even higher velocity, means that this may be our only chance to study it up close. The window is closing, and with each passing day, we learn more about 3I Atlas. And yet, the more we learn, the more questions we uncover. What is this object really? Where did it come from? And most importantly, what does it mean for our place in the universe? These are the questions that remain, and as scientists work tirelessly to uncover the truth, the mystery of 3I Atlas continues to unfold, offering tantalizing glimpses into the unknown. As we stand on the brink of discovery, the possibility that 3I Atlas is something more than just a comet seems increasingly likely. Whether it's a piece of a distant planet, an alien artifact, or a natural phenomenon that we're only beginning to understand, one thing is certain: the universe is full of mysteries, and 3I Atlas may be one of its most profound. With each new observation, the object reveals a little more of its secrets, secrets that may hold the key to understanding not just this strange visitor, but the very nature of the cosmos itself. The journey is just beginning, and as we continue to watch, we must ask ourselves, what if the answers we seek are far beyond what we ever imagined?